Now, as we join you at 6 o'clock, the clock continues to count down to midnight on the East Coast. That's when the government would partially shut down if the president does not sign a spending bill. The sticking point, funding for the president's border wall. Earlier this week, it seemed the president had eased up and his demand that the bill include the funding, only to do an about-face and demand it yet again. The House passed a version including the funding. The Senate has not, and that's where we still stand at this hour. While Congress feuds about the border wall, the American public is rallying to fund it. Here's a live look right now at a GoFundMe page. It's managed to raise millions for the wall in just 5 days. Our Jason Allen live for us in Fort Worth tonight to find out if that money could actually help here. Jason?
And Ken, that's the intent, is that it would help, because even $13 million is just a fraction of what that wall would potentially cost. But even getting Congress to accept and use that is easier said than done.
Even donations of $10, $20, and $50 at a time add up fast when more than 200,000 people are part of it. That's how many people have committed to Brian Kolfage's idea that we will fund the wall if Congress will not.
People put their money where their mouth is, and they're standing up, and that's why it exploded so fast.
The excitement may slow down, though, when it comes to actually getting Congress to use the money raised.
Oh, he has influence, but he has no power to make Congress do something with it.
Dallas attorney David Cole told us Friday Congress alone has the power to allocate where money is spent. And although there have been private donations for monuments, museums, and parks in the past, there are usually mechanisms set up in advance to receive that money.
Otherwise, think about it. You could take your income tax return and write on there, I want this all to go to the Indian Relief Fund, or I want this all to go to the national parks. And people just can't do that. The government couldn't function.
The fundraiser says it's working on a legal document that will, quote, bind the government to using the funds for the border wall itself, nothing else. But it leaves open the option of refunds if it doesn't hit its goal.
If he can't get Congress to commit in advance, he may have to give it back or may have to say, I'm going to have to regroup this in some way.
Now, there was a bill introduced last month to allow the Treasury to accept public donations for a wall. There's been a push over the last couple hours to make that part of the spending bill that is being debated now in Washington. We're live tonight in Fort Worth. Jason Allen, CBS 11 News.